Hey there, Fletch from All Things Overlanding here, and today I wanted to share some new stuff that I got from a company called DOD Outdoors. These guys are a Japanese company that makes some really cool high-quality camping gear, from this sofa to that water tank to a fire break that I've got over here to these two tents behind me. So again, today I'm going to do a high-level overview and just kind of walk you around these few products I picked up from them. The intention with these is I've got some kids, I've got a rooftop tent, they don't fit in it, so to have some sort of an option for them when we go camping to camp on the ground is nice. Plus I love the sofa and this thing, and I got a fire pit and some other stuff. So I'm going to show you everything that comes from this company. They have some very reasonably priced gear, so I wanted to share it with you guys today. So if you want to learn more about DOD Outdoors and all of their products, stay tuned.
Understand where it came from, but you got it, my got it. It began in the land of the sandstorm. I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you give to me. Loosening my grip.
All right, guys, so let's kind of start with the DOD sofa. This thing's called the Good Luck Sofa. It runs about $199, so it is a little bit on the pricey side, but it's really, really nice. It folds down flat, sort of like a folding chair. My intention with this thing is to use it in my new camper, so it'll slide right in there, be nice and flat, so I can slide it off to the side in my camper, and then when I get to camp, pop this thing out. I've actually been sitting on this instead of my Helinox chair all day, just because it's so comfortable and so wide that for one, it's kind of a no-brainer, but you can also get two people on it, but it is a little tight. But again, just to have that sort of room to stretch out has been so nice, and I just love this thing. And it's also built of super high quality materials. I mean, you can see the wood here on the arms and stuff, and I'm going to show you how this thing folds up. It's all inclusive, so there's no extra stuff you have to carry or anything like that. It just all folds up. So for $199, I think this is a really nice piece of gear, and I'm excited to use it in my camper going forward. All right, so I promised you that I would show you this sofa and how easy it is to fold up and fold down. This is part of why I love it. So basically just like a big folding chair, it just goes like this. And then you've got on the back here 3 little clips that secure it. You just clip these right in there, just like that. And then this thing is all clipped and folded and ready to go. So again, my intention is when I get my camper, I'm just gonna slide this thing right into the back. This thing only weighs like 12 pounds too. It's super, super light. So I'm just gonna slide this right into the back, maybe make like a little wall that this slides in between so that this is always in there. And then again, when you get to camp, you pop it out, pop these 3 little catches here that lock it up, set it down, and you've got a sofa. So I love that. Now, in addition to that, they have this super awesome water can with a really big mouth on it, so you could put a pump in it. That's what I was thinking when I first saw it, was you could put a pump on this thing if you wanted to, say, run a shower off of it or anything like that. A lot of times these mouths are really small, so that's nice that they make that really big. It makes it easier to fill, and it makes it so that a pump could be used in it. Then it's got a little spout on the bottom of it, so it makes using the water way easier. Instead of having to pour it out of that big thing like I do with my aqua brick, this thing's just way easier to use. It will hold 5 gallons, and this thing runs about $49, so it's a very reasonably priced water jug if you're looking for something like that. Now, the next piece of gear that I've got is their Takibi fire table. Now, this thing is awesome. This is just like a really low slung fire table with a piece of mesh that goes in it. The legs on the bottom fold out, and then there are 2 heat shields that go underneath that you pop in there. Here are your heat shields down on the bottom, so there are 2 of them. You basically make them so they're going opposite directions so that it spreads that heat out better. But then all you're going to do is you're going to pull these 2 heat shields out of the bottom. These legs fold down and the mesh just sort of stays on top. And then this all fits into this nice carrying bag that they included, which I love that. So this is just a nice piece of gear. If you know that you're going to be somewhere where you don't want to have a fire, you're not going to have a fire ring or something like that, this may be a good piece of gear for that. Now, moving over here to the fire break, this thing is awesome. So this is made of some super heavy duty canvas that is fire resistant. You don't want to put it right on top of the fire, but as you can see, it's blocking the wind. It's kind of creating a little cyclone back there, but it's keeping it from blowing the fire and all the ashes towards me. So we're going to sit across the fire on this side and use this as a windbreak to keep the smoke away from us and also to keep the fire from getting blasted by the wind that keeps coming through. One thing that I will say is that this thing is a little bit tricky to set up. So there are 3 legs on it. And then there are 3 guy lines, and then you also put stakes down through little loops at the bottom. Now, you do have to make sure that you get it set up correctly. It only goes together one way. So the legs are marked left, right, and then H, which I believe is middle. I don't know why it's H, but it's marked as H, and that one is the one that goes in the middle. They slide into these sleeves, and then once you get those in the sleeves, then you can stake the thing down, and again, then it's there for the weekend. Super, super lightweight, super easy to carry around. Folds down super small, so as far as something to throw again in the back of my camper that's not going to take up a ton of space as a fire break, this is about the best you can get from a size and weight standpoint. Now, moving on to their products that they're really proud of, which are their tents. They have a ton of different tents. And guys, I'm going to tell you, this thing here, this Moto bike tent, it's basically intended for, like, if you are a motorcycle person, you want to throw a tent on the back that's really quick and easy to set up. This thing took me under 45 seconds to set up. Now, you do want to make sure that you sort of check the instructions out before you leave, because the ones that I got were in Japanese, and then there's like a scannable QR code that could take you to the instructions. This video isn't necessarily going to be a here's how you set everything up type of video, but I will give you some tips. This thing, again, incredible, amazing. Without instructions, it probably took me 5 minutes to figure out how it came up, and then once I got it, it took me under 45 seconds to set it up. But so essentially what you do is, on the back here, these legs expand. So you kind of pull up on those, and then you see this rope here, right? There's this rope that comes out of the side of this little spider looking thing. You basically pull this tight, and then this clicks in, and when that happens, it's already set up. It sets itself up. And then you do have to put these two poles up here at the front and run guy lines from them, and I just kicked it, so I kind of made that one really loose. But this could be used as an awning like I've got it right now, or it also goes down and can be used as sort of an extra room. So inside of here, despite the small footprint and everything, you've got a small window over there. You've got a big door over here if you wanted to use it, but you get kind of a vestibule in here where you could store gear. You could put a bike. You could put, stuff that you don't care if it's outside. You could change in here and put this flap down and use it as a changing room. And then in the back, you've got a 2-person tent. Now, the other cool thing is it includes this ground mat, and it's already attached to the tent. So you don't have to bring anything. You don't have to do anything. You literally just pull this thing out via that rope at the top and then put these two poles up at the front. And then you've got this whole 2-person tent. It's about 60 square feet, so there's a ton of room in here. You've got this window, and there's an awning that you can guy line out at the back as well. But super, super cool form factor and really, really easy to set up. Now, this one over here is a really nice tent. This thing is made of like super heavy duty canvas material. And they call this the Pup Like Tent 3. Now, what's cool about this tent is it's a little bit more involved to set up. So this one took me several minutes to set up. But essentially all that you have to do is, I've got basically a perfectly made tarp down here that came with it that you put underneath the tent. And then I laid this tent out on top of it, and then I staked down the back of it. And then you put these small poles in the sides to hold it up, and the big poles go in the front, and it makes this giant vestibule. So you get this huge area. Now, this thing I've set on the ground, I think actually can be attached to these poles here and then used as sort of a windbreak out front. But so again, that same idea of high quality, tons of room and space to, store your gear. You've got a little shoe bag over here, which is really, really nice. And then going in here, you can see it's be a little tight for 2 people probably, but you could definitely get one in there pretty easily. So for like a solo camper or something, if you just wanted something that's going to be a good base camp, if you were setting up to go hunting or camping or something like that for a few days, then this would be a great option. Again, it's super well made and it folds down really small. So I wanted to show you a few more close-ups here of the Puplike Tent. Again, kind of like a shoe or storage bag over here, which is really nice. You've got these toggles that can hold up these flaps. Then you've got screen flaps, and then you can unzip the whole thing to basically open up this entire tent. Now, again, I would say, I believe this is a 2-person tent. I would call this a 1-person comfortably tent, but you could sleep 2 in here if you wanted to. But I mean, this material is just so nice and heavy, and having this whole vestibule in here is really, really nice. So I could definitely see it if you were like a mountain biker or, kind of base camping. Let's say like when I go down to Kentucky, I go to a place called Callie's Campground. If I wanted to set up something that's going to be comfortable and have a ton of room and a space to change and everything, then this may be a good way to do it. Also, there's a ton of configuration. So like I mentioned, I've kind of thrown this thing down on the ground as like just sort of a mat, but you can attach this to the front, I believe, and make sort of a windbreak. There's just all kinds of cool options for the way that you can set this thing up. And all their tents are like that. They're very intelligently designed. I already kind of showed you this thing, but I want to walk you around it just a little bit more. Like I said, this thing sets up in like 45 seconds, which is amazing. Then you've got all these zippable windows. So you could, open this up and have a screen into your little vestibule if you want. There is a rain awning that goes over the top of it to cover up all this mechanical stuff. So if it's not, the weather's not going to be ideal, you could put that on. In the back here, you've got this awning style pop out, which I love. So you could actually sort of guy line this out here and then open this without opening it. So if it's going to rain, you know, it's going to keep it waterproof, but it's going to give you airflow, which is really super cool. And just the fact that, again, you just pull this one thing that clicks into place and you're basically set up. You have to attach these 2 clips on the side just to pull out the tent and give it some structure. And then you have to guy line those poles in the front. But other than that, it's pretty automatic. It's really, really easy. And then, of course, you can guy line out everything. Now, I've just kind of thrown this thing up because I wanted to demo it and show you guys. But like, they have these limiting straps on here, which is really, really smart, so that you can just basically extend it and it stops it at its maximum. And again, like I mentioned, then it's got that ground tarp underneath the tent already included, already a part of it. When you fold it up, it just goes right back up into the tent. So it's super, super easy. And I love that. All right, guys, so as you saw, the DOD stuff, they have just so much stuff, right? They have the firebreak, they've got the sofa, they've got water cans, they've got a ton of really amazing tents, and these are just some of the smaller tents. They have some really massive tents, too. So if you're into that kind of thing, if you have a bunch of people to go with you, if you base camp, then they have some options for you there, too. So again, there will be links to all this stuff in the description below. Definitely go check it out. But super impressed with the quality of the gear. Love the couch, love the firebreak. Once you figure out how to set it up, not too bad. It's awesome. The water jug is cool. The little Takibi fire table is also awesome. These tents are cool too. My kids are going to love them, especially that quick up one. That thing is really, really cool. And it's going to be a great addition to my gear when I bring my kids with me. So again, I hope that was helpful for you. At least open your eyes to this DOD Outdoor stuff if you've never heard of them before. I actually had trouble finding them a little bit when I started to look them up on YouTube. There just wasn't a ton of content out there. So again, just wanted to share this stuff with you high level, give you an idea of what all this gear is like, so that you can check it out. So check out those links in the description below to see more on the DOD Outdoor gear. Now, as always, there are going to be links to all my social channels down there, so definitely check those out if you want to follow along on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or wherever. There's also a join button below this video, which is just a quick, easy way, passive way to support the channel. It gets you early access to the videos and the podcasts that I do and some other perks. But if you want to be more involved with all things overlanding, there is also a link to my Patreon, which is an awesome group of guys. We've got 25 or so in there now. It's growing every day. We have a 24/7 Discord where we chat. We've got a once-a-month Zoom call, and we're getting together a couple times a year to hit some trails. So if you're into that, if that sounds good, check out the Patreon. There's also a link to my website where I've got funny overlanding camping themed patches and stickers, things like "Don't burn your wiener" and "It's a hot dog," or "I hate people so I camp." So if you're into that kind of stuff, if you need stuff for your headliner, if you need stuff for your fridge, there's definitely going to be a lot of options down there for that. And then last but not least, there is a link to the Newbie Overlanders Facebook group. Now, this is a totally free group to join, tons of awesome people in it, and no bullying or self-promotion or anything like that. So if you're kind of tired of the other big groups and you want to join some place where you can actually help or get help, then Newbie Overlanders may be a good place for you, and we'd love to have you. But again, I hope that was interesting and good information on the DOD Outdoor stuff for you. It gives you a good idea of what they've got. So definitely check them out and let me know in the comments what you think. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.